I, we talked about it a bit earlier. I mean, you touched on it, which was CANZUK. The National Party seems very strong on its support for CANZUK. For our listeners, that's Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. We had two senior National Party members in Judith Collins and Simon O'Connor both speak about how much they value a potential CANZUK agreement earlier this week. And I wanted to get your personal thoughts on what you feel a CANZUK agreement can look like.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've already been clear how much I think it's a great concept, if you like, if you want to put it that way. We had at our National Party caucus retreat at the start of this year, Lord Daniel Hannan, virtually. I think he was a newly minted Lord that morning, come along and talk to us about CANZUK and where he saw it going. And I think that certainly galvanized our party with the sense that, you know, we're into this. We think this is a really good initiative that can, as we say in New Zealand, get legs and go somewhere. Judith Collins, our leader, is very much on board. The other person who is, you mentioned Simon O'Connor. He's another member of Parliament. He's my brother-in-law. I wouldn't want you to think that everyone's related in New Zealand politics. We're not, but that is that, and he's very much a proponent of this and going to be chairing, I think, the parliamentary group that will be all-party group that will be a proponent of CANZUK. Look, where do I see it going? Clearly, if you look at the work that's come out from the Secretariat, it is in relation to free movement, trade. They look at, for example, the example of closer economic relations, as we call it, between Australia and New Zealand, as perhaps something that could be moved wider or expanded. And I'm up for all of that personally. I think until there's problems, we should see it as something we just keep working on and moving towards. But I would also say, Sunil, I see it as wider than that. I see it as, and I'm not suggesting this is entirely unproblematic, but as a wider values cultural piece in a world where, as I've already alluded, the US and China have more difficult relations or lack of relations than ever before. We need these wider cultural friends. So I'm simply saying to you, I don't just see it as economic. I'd like to think it can be more than that. I think it's a good time for it, with the UK being where it is and positioned where it is in relation to Brexit and out there wanting to be outward focused.